What up, what up, what up?
Just waiting for folks to get in.
Yeah, waiting on some people to get in.
Was that me or was it you?
I think that was me. That was me. My phone vibrating. So what's the topic for today?
Let's wait till some people get in. Like, what you doing? Waiting for some
Not bad.
folks.
Want to do some small talk?
Oh, you want the small? Well, that's why I asked you. Did you want to go ahead and store or no? But is marriage necessary?
Is marriage necessary?
My bad.
That's the topic for today.
That's a topic for tonight.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a topic all day. If you don't know the way topic Tuesday and Wingin Wednesday works is the topic is usually on Tuesday. We usually like to discuss it. We haven't had a lot of people discuss them lately, but well, not on the page, if I should say. Like I have people ping me here and there, but not on the page. And from there, then we go to the day of, to Wednesday, and then we talk about it on Wednesday on the live. Hence, we're winging it. Yeah, because we don't know what we doing today. Let's go. Because we got people. Yeah. I ate my hair retwisted today. Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it. I usually don't like the retwist look, but like.
Man, it's getting long.
Yeah, it's doing something.
Yeah.
I'm going to say my start date was May. Because I think it was May. May 19th. We're going to use May 19th because that's the more recent picture documentation that I got. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm going to do. It's hump day. It's hump day.
Yeah, I'm glad.
It's hump day.
I'm ready for Friday.
Yeah. It felt like a Friday today, though, for me.
Not for me. You know why? Because I have to work tomorrow.
I mean, yeah, I realize that it's not Friday because of that.
Friday feels like Friday to me once I don't have to go to work. You connected it to the Wi-Fi?
What, with this?
No, with this.
No, I think that's on my phone. I think
you should connect to the Wi-Fi.
Why say that?
So it won't drop a connection, it won't lag.
I'm always on my phone internet though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hump day. I think a child is up.
They in there playing.
And my child up.
Are you popped in there?
No, I shared it.
Oh.
I shared it. I don't know who all in watching it.
So I mean, you might as well start.
You don't want to wait for a little more people to come in?
Yeah, we can.
I mean, we can start if you want to start. I mean, it's fine. I was just asking. Is marriage necessary?
Doing the duck lips.
All right, so we can start.
Let's go ahead and start this thing. All right, so the topic for the day is Is marriage necessary? So.
And yeah.
So what you think?
So do you coming from the standpoint of someone who's already married, marriage, to my knowledge and to the way of my understanding, is a union. It's what the heck is that? Did you see that?
No.
Hold on. That. What is that?
I don't know. It's a bug?
I think that is a bug caught in the light, because I know that's the bug caught in the light that was caught in there. But how big is that? Y'all?
Let me go.
Do bugs.
Check it out.
But yeah, so marriage is a union, and it's one of them things where it's like it's a religious, what is it? Oh, that's like a huge.
It's the black ink liner part.
Oh God.
It's just the black liner piece that you see.
Oh God. I thought that sucker was like a big. Are you sure?
Yeah, it's a black liner piece. That's all it is.
Oh God, that was scary.
No, bro.
All right.
Scary
Marriage.
Scary self.
That scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bug.
Nah,
You
with
did
no
it on
bug.
purpose.
Yeah, I did.
But yeah,
though.
marriage is a
laughed.
union, and I feel like it's something deeper. Like for me, it's like a deeper commitment. So
But
that's
is it
how I
necessary?
understand it. I'm just breaking down how I understand it before I go into if it's necessary or not.
Okay.
What is your deeper understanding of marriage?
Well, marriage, I feel like as far as the relationship goes, and as far as, impacting the relationship and the meaning behind marriage nowadays, it's not necessary.
What? Okay. This video may be very short, guys. Very short.
But listen to why I say this. Because the history of marriage, what's the root of marriage? Why did marriage come about in the first place?
To conjoin families
But why?
for a lifestyle.
For control.
Yeah.
Back in the
For
day.
a bloodline. It was mostly for a bloodline.
Yeah, back in the day.
Bloodline.
Back in the day, marriage really was established because before there was marriage or anything, men and women would have sexual relations just with anybody. You know what I'm saying? And back in the caveman days, you could say, a man would give a woman food, in return the woman would give him sex. So, what's going on? But
Hey, Minquan.
but that would be the exchange. As time went on, they established marriage, so the man wouldn't just go out and have relationships with any female, and the female would settle with the male. Then time went on after that, it was more for families, getting families together, for power, for kingship, to control sexual intentions for women. What's going on, Bob? Sexual intentions for women. So
We miss you guys too. I'm listening.
yeah, so that was the origin of it. That's where it started, right? And the reason a lot of did you know that marriage doesn't 50% over 50% of marriages end up in divorce?
Yes.
You know that?
Yes.
That's crazy.
But with that being said, though, I mean, I guess my mind state doesn't go completely back to what the origin of it is.
Mm-hmm.
My mind state goes back to what I married for.
Yeah, I got you.
So I feel like it's only necessary if your understanding of marriage is different. Like, you know what I'm saying? But nowadays, people aren't really worried about being married or a relationship that they're in. They're in situationships. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily they're not even really having relationships anymore. They're not quote unquote courting anymore anyway. So nowadays I feel like marriage is going down, but people are mostly marrying for the hype. Like, you know what I'm saying? The wedding. Yeah. Let me put together this wedding because that's why, you know what I'm saying?
That's just
it gotta be bigger than our prom. It gotta be bigger. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's for show. It's not necessarily... I'm done with Bob.
That's what I'm talking about, Bob.
See, but y'all can join families for the greater good.
Yeah, but...
But, like, to be honest, marriage is... I feel like marriage is something sacred. That's how I feel. I feel like marriage is something sacred, and when you get ready to marry, it's something that you decide you want to do based upon you and your significant other, and just being able to commit. Like, when I say sacred, I mean sacred as far as commitment. Not sacred as like religion or whatever else, but just based upon the commitment.
Okay. I
now, if you had to add religion in there, then that's a whole nother ball game. But it's just based upon the commitment. Can you marry and not be married for love? Definitely. Like, even with all of that being said, is it necessary though in this day and age? I wouldn't say it's necessary, but I wouldn't say that you should take it lightly. Well, you know what? No. Now that I think about it, no. I do feel like it's necessary, especially in this day and age.
You feel like it's necessary?
I feel like it is necessary in this day and age because no one knows how to take any relationship that they have, especially this newest generation. The newer generation does not understand a commitment at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the commitment that you put in a marriage is totally different than the commitment when you it's totally different than the commitment when you are just with the person. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well,
that commitment is different.
Well, I do agree as far as the commitment goes. I feel like that's the only thing really nowadays that marriage really holds, is that ability to commit. That gives you that basically, because it's kind of like you know, how this world runs is based off contracts, based off signing things, based off, that's how, putting your name on the dotted line, that's how you know you sealed the deal. Like, when you buy a house, you sign a contract. When you take a job, you sign a contract. Like, you wouldn't just take a job word of mouth. Like, hey, yeah, man, we'll give you $100,000 just full of just hopes and dreams and promises. I mean, it's the same thing, because then they can just back out anytime without any repercussion, without anything going on. And the marriage is the same way. But the reason I feel why marriage isn't taken as seriously anymore is because that is considered traditional. And we did a traditional, non-traditional video early on.
So you feel like it's more of a thing where, like, people are falling back off of the tradition versus the commitment.
It's traditional, because they're like, okay, what does a marriage give me that that I don't already have in my relationship? Like, why do I have to get married now when back in the day, marriage, there was reasons for marriage, to combine families, to hold power, for many different things. Traditional wise, there was a reason why I got married. I got married because I got someone that will cook for me, that will clean for me, that will do all that stuff for me. Now that that stuff is that's off the plate, like, okay, I'm getting married for what? For Social Security? For add you on my insurance, things like that. I mean, in the end of the day, there's workarounds. Legally, there's workarounds with that. You can do a common law marriage. You can do a will. You can do
So, okay.
civil union. There's many different things you can do to work around that marriage thing. So I feel like if you look at it from that standpoint, it's not necessary. But the one thing I do agree with you on is the commitment piece. The commitment is what makes it still stand strong in my eyes.
They do.
Yes, I agree, Bob. I definitely agree.
I feel like I agree with that. I completely agree with that. Like, if you don't really have any other reason to get married, then like, what's the difference in me being with someone? I mean, Oprah does it. She's been with Stedman for years, never got married. Like, what's the point of being married if there's nothing that, you know what I'm saying, besides the fact that we quote unquote love each other? What is the purpose of being married? Besides stability, besides, you know what I'm saying? But usually, like, okay, with that being said, then why did you get married?
Why did I get married? I got married to prove my commitment. That's the number one thing. To prove my commitment. I got married because I loved you. I love you. Sorry, not me say love. I mean, I was thinking past tense like then, but I love you. I got married because I was in love you. I'm in love with you. I got married because I wanted to show you my commitment, and I got married because I wanted my family. You know, I wanted to show that security. But you could have had your family
without it. Now, I don't know if like the commitment could have been, but okay. So what would you say to someone?
And I think our situation is a different situation than other people's situation on getting married. Okay. Thanks, Bob. I like it, man.
So, wait, you're talking about... So, okay.
I ain't forget about
what about our relationship do you feel is different? And when it comes to marriage, did you feel pressured?
Did I feel pressured? Yes, I had a little bit of pressure on me.
You feel like I pressured you?
No, I mean not per se you. Me. I'm not gonna say it was just you. I would say it's a lot of people around. I honestly think when it comes to a marriage, it's not always just the person you're with. It's the people around you sometimes that gives you more pressure. Basically, society, eyes on you gives you more pressure than you and the person sometimes. And that in our situation, that's how it felt for me.
I feel like our situation, family does pressure. Yes. But I also feel like with our situation, when we got married, we've been together 9 years.
Been together 9,
almost married,
8 years.
Yeah. So my oldest child, our oldest child is 8. And we didn't get married until our second child, who is 7. So there was like a 2-year.
Our second child.
Well, I mean, he was about to be born.
Yeah.
So we didn't get married until like.
It was like 2 months later.
2 months later. So, like I said again.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we didn't get married till after that, which was about 2. It's about 2 years, a 2-year little gap, right? Mm-hmm. About a 2-year gap. So with that being said, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like we got married because of completely love. It was more or less, okay, we have this idea, we have this plan that we want to establish for our little family that we do have. We do love each other, but that's not why we're getting married. It's basically because we got stuff going that we want to, you know what I'm saying, we want to accomplish. And then as time went on, it was more like, oh man, you know what, maybe we are in love and that's what we're here for. But like for me and for him, I don't know how he felt. Well, he always say he felt like he knew he wanted to get married to me. And I'm not a cliche girl. I was nervous. I had cold feet. I didn't know if I wanted to do this. It was way too much commitment. It was like, oh my God, this is the only man I'm gonna be with for the rest of my life. Whoa, just because you're pregnant, back it up, sister. Oh my God, you were doing good without the ring. So like for me, I was a little, a little standoffish, but I was really, really nervous. And what really got me to the point where like, okay, you know what? We have a plan. Like it was basically kind of like that old mentality, the old mentality back in the day. Like we have a plan, we have something to offer, combining families, we're doing what we need to do so that we can get here, get there, blah blah blah, so our family can grow. And that's what it was basically was. If not,
you guess. She made the best decision in her life, Bob.
I guess she made
the best decision.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I don't regret it at all. Like, I really don't. But I'm just saying, like, we really married based upon the old tradition of getting married, combining families because of the greater good. You know what I'm saying? So it worked. It really worked. I mean, not to mention we were in love too, but we basically married because, oh snaps. This man and me got kids and we got stuff we trying to accomplish and we both agree upon this and we both agree upon that. It's just, that's what it was. It helped our situation. So that's the only reason why we got married.
And for the people that just hopped on here, where the topic is marriage necessary?
I didn't know because I put it on the thing this time.
You did. You did. Okay. I mean, I just wanted to
reiterate,
just make sure they ain't talking about what the heck are they talking about? They just talking.
But I mean, to back up a little bit, we basically were talking about how we got married and why we got married. We got married based upon the old tradition of combining.
Auburn's on.
Combining.
Can we say people from Texas or no?
Oh my God.
I just had to do that.
Cool. It's a piece of paper to me. You can do the same thing married or dating. I do agree to a certain extent though. Like there are certain things that you can and cannot do being married. But I feel like it's based upon you. It really is based upon who you, I ain't ready for this discussion yet. Oh Lord. It's based upon who you are with and what type of lifestyle you're trying to have. I don't feel like it's necessary in every situation, but like it depends on. It really honestly depends on the lifestyle that you got going on.
Lifestyle.
Now, granted, I do feel like nowadays it's necessary, but it's not necessary. It's necessary because a lot of people are just not even taking relationships serious. But it's not necessary because this world is conforming to not being married. Like, you know what I'm saying? But where's the commitment in just dating? Like, if you decide you want to walk away, you can walk away anytime you decide you want to.
Exactly. And that's what it boils down to in the end of the day. The person and you. If y'all agree, y'all agree. If y'all don't, y'all don't. It's whatever works for your relationship.
So let me ask you this. Now, to throw this in there. Okay. If you both agree, hey, we're exclusive. We just want to be with each other. That's it. And we're going to do this. And along down the line, someone cheats or something happens. You just walk away, right?
If you're married?
No.
If you're not married.
If you're not married.
And someone cheats and you can...
Or if something happens to the point where it's just like, okay.
Yeah, you just walk away.
You just walk away.
You're like, okay.
Now, why do you think it is that when you're married, there's a compensation? Compensation. I didn't know sound. I know it's right, but it just didn't sound right coming out.
Well,
it's based on the views, and technically you can walk out vows or not. You can. Technically you can walk out vows or not. I mean, you can't get married again, but you can get an Indian relationship.
I think because I go back to the origin of marriage, and this is where, to me, this is when it comes in. Traditionally, a man finds a woman, right? A man's role is to go to work, bring home the bacon, right? A woman's role is to take care of the kids, be a wife, cook, clean, whatever. Traditional. Not saying you do that now. Not saying people do that now. I'm just saying back in the day.
What if the relationship you have is stronger than that? Then what? Elaborate.
Well, he's basically saying, I get what he's saying. He's saying, it's just hard to walk away. Is it just harder just to, because not everyone just, not everyone cheats or messes up and just walks
stop
off.
a cheater from cheating. Very true. But that's what I was trying to, like, what I'm saying? I was trying to figure out, like,
but
with that being said, like, how do you, like, I don't even know how I'm trying to put it. I gotta, let me think.
Let me finish back on my statement, but basically saying, that's the traditional role. And a woman, when they become dependent on that man, and this is just back in the day. I'm not saying, oh man, don't judge me. Don't say, oh man, he thinks Kalika just supposed to cook and clean for him. No, that's not the case. That's not the case.
Don't let him pull you out.
That's not the case, because I cook, I clean, I do all that stuff too. But what I'm saying is, it's that woman becomes dependent on that man. That man works, that man provides. So if he just ups and leaves, and usually the man, usually traditional, I'm talking traditional, usually the man leaves, the woman stays, the kids stay with the woman. Now that woman has no job maybe, or no type of skill or something at that time. Back in the day, I'm just saying. So now she's left in shambles. I don't say shambles, but now she's in.
Okay, so we're talking about back in the day.
I said it like 7 times. Now she's left in a predicament where she can't support herself. So that's why marriage was such a big deal then, because you have some time. Because now, I can walk away, but now I'm compensated. And even now,
I agree with that. I completely agree with that.
Well, what? I didn't read it.
She said that, Terica said, to me, I'm already married, no papers. It's the way you value and accept your other half.
Okay, I
and
do.
their views. Marriage just gives you the title, his last name. But what's a title without a story, meaning that where
your value, commitments, love, etc. come in at. And I see where you're coming from. But that's just a marriage, in the end of the day, a marriage is a traditional role. A marriage is a traditional act. It's a tradition. It's keeping on something that people been doing for years and years and years at a time. And it's also a sense of security. Some people just like that security blanket, because if something do go down, you split, you're compensated. You have something. If y'all not married, and I mess up and I choose to walk away, it ain't no fouling nothing.
See, that was the point I was trying to make. I was trying to figure out, like, why do other people, because we've been doing a little research. I've been doing a little research. Why do you feel as if when you're in a relationship and you're married, you have a compensation, but when you are not married, there's really not a compensation except for if you have children, there's child
and then
support.
Auburn earlier said about if you divorce, you feel like a sense of failure.
Especially if you're
religious.
And that's true.
Yeah,
that's very true.
And I agree.
That's very true.
And you do fight for it, and you try to make it work as best as possible. I do agree with that.
So, with thinking of, is marriage necessary, do you think that marrying for love is necessary? Is that
no?
Is that the purpose behind marriage being necessary?
I don't think marrying for love is the answer, period. I think, I honestly, this may sound like an old school answer, but I honestly think if you're getting married for that commitment, and you're getting married to build. You can love someone all day. There's people that, I could love a woman that cheats on me every day. She could love a man that beats on her every day. You can still love, but that doesn't mean that's that person that you're supposed to commit with. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like love is very blinding at times. But but I feel like that emotion is still a strong emotion as well, and a lot of your decisions will be, a lot of people make that decision off of those emotions, like, oh, I'm in love with this person, so of course I want to be with them, you know. But I feel like it's more of a catalyst. I think the word is catalyst. Like it's just something that helps drive the engine, but you need other pieces to work with it. Love is just a important piece.
It's a part.
It's a part to the whole. It's got to be more than just love. Like I gotta love you. I gotta be able to see myself build with you. I gotta be able to see myself on the same wavelength as you, and be able to work through the good and the bad. So, but ultimately, my answer is that is it necessary for a relationship to be successful? No, but it is necessary for me to show my commitment to that other person, and that's just how I view it. What about you?
I agree. That's exactly how I see it. I see it as a commitment. I see it as a declaration of, hey, I'm definitely committed to this man. It's not just me saying it. I am, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a business license. I can have a business all day long. If I don't have a license behind it, it means nothing. No one's gonna know exactly. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't stand for anything. It has no foundation behind it for me. Because, well, not saying that marriage is a foundation, because you can have a relationship without marriage, without a foundation. But for me, it's my foundation. It's my saying, hey, I'm also adding to this foundation by saying, I declare that I'm going to be just with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the way I see it. It's an optional relationship achievement. That is very true. I can't even pay attention these.
Ours is sleep.
Yeah, girl, that's why
it's quiet right now. That's why we do it at this time, so they in bed.
But yeah, like and I agree with Bob. It's an optional relationship achievement.
Exactly.
If you feel like you need that step higher, then yes. But in this day and age, I don't feel like a lot of people take it that serious.
Now,
to everyone, as long as you and your significant other agree, and that's exactly what I feel like.
And just to throw some stuff out there for people that don't know why. Like, okay, what can I not do married what can I not do not married that I can do married? Well, there are some stuff that being married you need to that helps benefit you. Like, for instance, one big thing for us was military. I went in the military. So for her for her and my son to be covered under my insurance and all that good stuff, and for them to travel with me free with that on my orders, I need to be married to him. So that was one thing that's one big benefit. Insurance is
you can put people on your insurance without it, but with military you couldn't. Yeah. With the military you couldn't.
Social Security, I think something to do with Social Security as well.
There's some certain things like I said again, I repeat myself a lot during this video, but in this day society, there's so many workarounds that you could do in order, because like back in the day you couldn't buy a house without your significant other. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you couldn't really be on it. But nowadays, you can actually, there's workarounds that you can do to actually do it.
I know a bunch of odd couples who got married just for insurance purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
a bunch of
couple. I said odd couple. Hey, it went. I was gonna go with it, Bob. Odd couples. I mean, there's some odd couples out there. But
yeah, I mean.
But yeah, I think even with insurance, we get audited. And correct me if I'm wrong, Bob, but I think even with like our insurance, I can't just put anybody on my insurance. Right. I have to put my spouse and my kids, because I can get audited. I actually got audited and I had to provide proof. They hit me up and I had to provide proof that you was my wife and they were my kids. So that's why stuff like that is
sometimes, yeah.
It's sometimes, yeah, okay. So I didn't want to give out no misinformation, but yeah, like Social Security, mainly more legal stuff. The law looks at it as you got to be married. If not, then it won't happen. They're
Yeah,
not gonna let you
so
do it. Or you can try, but
you can try.
Oddie catches you.
But
You
if
in
the
trouble.
Oddie catches you, you in trouble.
Right.
Yeah. You can't even put Kalika on insurance if she has a job that offers her benefits.
Yeah.
That's very true.
See, so that's why like those are the pros of being married. So people like
Some
some people
of them.
don't know. Some people don't know that, and you know. Just want to give some of that information out, so people are like, man, what's the point? You know, I can do everything. Well, it's not everything you can do. I mean, there's some stuff.
There's some things.
There's some things you
There
can
are
do
some
that's
things.
workarounds, like I said earlier.
Yeah, there are workarounds
Wills,
though.
common law marriage, civil unions. There's different workarounds around it, but
There's even-
being married is just that staple. Like, okay, it's like that VIP pass. You flash it and you can go right in. You know, all them other ones you got to kind of, I got some explaining to do type of thing. That makes sense.
So yeah. Yep, there is common law. So yeah, there's that's our opinion.
Yeah, that's our opinion and our views on.
Is marriage necessary? But y'all, we're gonna leave the topic up. We would love to hear everyone that did not.
Yeah, and people
chime
that
in,
did chime in on this live
that
session and
didn't.
see it later, feel free to comment. Feel
Yeah,
free to hit
please.
us up because we'll go
Comment
back
back.
and forth. If y'all got topics in mind that y'all want to hear discussed from our viewer, just want to discuss with us, let us know.
Yes.
We're gonna start a YouTube
Send
as
us
well.
messages. And also, if you like the page, review the page. Let us know what you like about the page. Let us know what you don't like about the page.
Yeah.
We're fine with either or.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also,
So-
we do a game of the what is it? Game of the week.
it's the featured game.
Featured of the
always
game
mess
of
it
the
up,
time
y'all.
of the day and the last
He's
minute
whack.
of the hour,
He's whack.
past few seconds.
I married a whack man.
All right.
It's all right though. It's
And
fine.
because it's Halloween, Bob, you know
he's
this
lame.
one. You
Wait,
know this
he's
one,
not gonna
Bob. I
come
had
in.
to feature this one.
Okay, so listen, like there was a game that I wanted to do, but he didn't want to feature that game.
It's
He just
Halloween
had to
month.
feature
I
this
have
game.
To, I have to do.
Granted,
one
we've
before the
only
month.
played this game. How many times have we played?
I played about 4 or 5 times.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
It's a good
There's
game.
no loyalty. There's no
It's a
loyalty
good
at all.
game.
Like he'll just play a game with
'Cause she-
without me. So
she-
it's just
she
fine.
don't be wanting to play.
He's a hater. He doesn't like me.
But
to play games with him.
anyway.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, there we go.
Our
And
feature
he
game
named
is
it
Dead of
Dead
Winter.
of Winter. Dum dum dum.
That's the one we have. I think this is the only Halloween themed game that we have. So it's fitting that it's like
it's a zombie
one of the
apocalypse.
last-
It's
yeah.
a co-op game, and you're trying to survive a zombie apocalypse.
How much is
It's
this game?
amazing. I got it for $37. It was on sale at Second and Charles, but the usual price, I think it's like $50 or something like that. $30 game, but it's a big footprint game. It's well worth the money.
If you like zombies, if
Yeah.
you like strategy games, if you like a game that's gonna make you think, if you like the thinking, it's a thinking game. So don't go in this game thinking you're not gonna think. You're gonna have to
You
be
can play
able
any
problem
board
solving.
game drunk, Lawson. Any board game you can play drunk. Trust
Yes.
me. Yes, it's even
Yes.
funner when you're drunk.
Yes. Oh
You
my
know,
god.
because you might not make the best sound decisions, but they're gonna be funny at the end. You know.
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah, you can,
Yeah.
you know, you may.
I feel like
you
that's
may
basically
not, you
our
know-
game nights. Usually, like our game nights, you have to be at least
Yeah,
21
yeah.
or older.
Yeah,
So,
we drank.
yeah, we're
on some game nights.
But okay, so to play the epic struggle of power and survival, that's what this game is all about. The oldest child will be about 13. I mean, the youngest that you can play is 13. Players is 2 to 5, and it's like an hour, maybe 2 hours.
Probably about an hour and 30 if you got brand new
Maybe.
people, and because you kind of gotta like help everyone else. Like, okay, I don't know what decision I'm making, so you kind of quarterbacking it a little bit. But if everyone knows how to play it, sometimes it may be less than an hour, depending on stuff can go down quick.
Yeah, like things can go left very quickly. You're basically, if you've ever seen Walking Dead, that's basically what you're doing. You're in a spot. You have to go search for food. You have to go search for Is it batteries? No. Medicine.
Yeah, it's Walking
It's Walking Dead on a board game.
basically.
Like if you like Walking Dead, it's Walking Dead on a board game.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best zombie games out
I
there.
will put this in our notes. So the way the featured game of the week works is on our notes we have featured game of the week. and you can go and find the game. I put down the age, the player amount, how many players play, the duration, and I put 2 options of, if I can find 2 options, at least 2 options of buying the game and the price. So you guys can go and find the game. If you find the game, hey, tag us. If you buy these games, guys, please tag us so that we can know, like, I want to see y'all play these games. Like, we ain't stingy, obviously.
Oh, and then also for people that are viewing, there's someone on here, Bob Pro. He's on here. He's part of One Board Family.
Yes.
They do a lot of live streams.
I will actually feature them also on the page.
Yeah, so we'll definitely
tonight.
So when we feature a game, if they have something, usually they do good on writing reviews on it and things like that. You can point over to them and check their stuff out and see what they
I think y'all play a bunch of them too.
They play them. They do live streams. And
y'all do live streams, and like when if they play a game that I actually see that we probably gonna feature, I'm definitely going to share it on the page. I'm going to share their page also on the page so that you guys can also get acquainted. I'm telling you, you're gonna start playing board games. And you're gonna be and guys, November is going to be bomb because we're getting a couple new games that me and Charles went in the store and we found, and y'all, they're inexpensive games. We're gonna try them out first. Once we try them out, then we're going to review them and let you guys know about them. So yeah, I tried to make sure that this wasn't long. Oh man, it was 41 minutes. Yeah. But to exclude the fact that, God, why I do that?
Man, we got break
quick. It was probably what I did.
Call me Sunface.
I don't know what I did there, guys. I'm sorry.
But all right, but you heard our topic. You heard our opinion on how we do things.
And we're gonna. You can watch it.
Watch it. We'll definitely be posting stuff on YouTube.
That's coming soon, y'all. If any of you guys want to help me edit, I will be glad to send you our stuff because we really need. I am not great at editing, and I need editing, and I'm just trying to. He is yellow. Yes, he's very yellow. So, yes, I would love that.
I like more golden than yellow, Bob. Golden.
He's yellow. So yeah. Any topics that you guys want us to talk about, let us know. We will talk about those. This one was a request. Usually, the past few ones have been requests. So, keep bringing them.
It's my filter.
Keep bringing them in. We will have Topic Tuesdays, and we're adding an extra day that we're going to have videos up.
Yeah. So, tune in, comment, post, share, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all coming, supporting, watching. Even if you just popped in and popped out, we appreciate it. We appreciate all the support. If you watch it after, we appreciate y'all too. Y'all take it easy. Y'all have a great night.
And also, keep trying to hang with you. Yeah, boy. I don't know what you was doing. Also, we're going to have a couple new videos.
You're that person.
We're going to have.
Bye on the phone.
No, you just said bye. Did I say bye? I don't remember saying bye. He said bye. You didn't even talk to me and say, "Hey, I'm finna hang it up." You didn't give me a little tap under the table or nothing. Don't be tapping me now. But I want to say this before I get off. A bunch of our new videos are going to end up having, we're going to talk about health. We're going to talk about mental health. We're going to talk about, we're going to have other couples. Sports. Yeah, mainly Mondays will be sports.
Fantasy.
Yeah, mainly Mondays is going to be sports. He's going to come in and he's going to talk about a lot of stuff.
Greatest quarterback in the NFL.
I don't know what we're going to talk about. Girls, let's get together and y'all tell me what y'all want to talk about. I have a couple things in my mind that I want to talk about.
Makeup, hair extensions. I got you. Look at that. Y'all getting excited. Starbucks. Getting excited. I see it. I see the smile on your face.
He's so sexist, y'all. He gets on my nerves. We can talk about sports. He be tripping. But anyways, yeah, so we'll have a lot of those things. We're also going to be featuring couples.
Yeah, if there's couples out there and y'all want to get featured on this,
yes,
let us know.
Because we can add you in on the live. So let us know so that we can, you know.
And then we can make it a back and forth discussion, interview type thing, whatever it may be. If y'all, willing, we definitely will. We'll come up with a topic. We'll come up with something to talk about. So y'all take it easy. I mean, y'all just witnessed a Davis thing. And what is it? It is what it is?
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
He tapping me, y'all.
Check out shirts.
He tapping me, y'all, so it's time to go.
It's about to happen. Also, if y'all interested in getting shirts done.
Now look, guys. Look, remember he said, you like that person that said, I'm finna get ready to go and then start back talking.
If y'all interested in getting shirts done or getting custom-made shirts, my wife here does a fabulous job at custom designs, custom shirts. So if you got a team, if you got birthdays,
Jesus ready to go live from
all that good stuff. Birthdays, teams, just a shirt, just because you want your own face on it. We got you. We can do that. So hit us up. Let us know.
Who's the greatest quarterback in the NFL?
Cam Newton. Come on, Bob. Really? Was that a question? Was that really a question, Bob?
I appreciate that. Man, try to start no game.
I'm thinking about it. Red Dead 2's coming out. I'm thinking about doing a stream and putting it on YouTube. I'm thinking about doing it.
Y'all notice he did say bye, but then he ended up talking again, right?
No, they started,
it was me, though,
conversation was being brought up, so I was answering people's questions.
Notice every time you put your hand out, like, the yellowness kind of goes away because your hand absorbs it?
I don't know that name. Well... Tune in to Manly Mondays, Bob, and I'll teach you that name.
Yes.
You'll know the name well.
But yeah, we done for real. We gotta go, y'all. It's 45 minutes. We're over. We went over. I wanted to do it 30 minutes. We went over by 16. But hey, we had fun and we enjoyed you guys. We're sorry for our yellow, jaundice-looking selves now because
I'm almost disappearing.
Like, what is going on? What's really going on? But yeah, so yeah, it's out. We're out, y'all.
All right, y'all take it easy.
I'm gonna leave it so y'all can watch it later. Bye.
All right, appreciate it.